You know that moment when you're loading bags into the trunk and you already know before you even check the app that the number's going to sting? You get home, you put it all away, and 2 days later, you're standing in front of an open fridge saying there's nothing for dinner. Sound familiar? Here's the truth nobody at that store wants you to figure out. When money's actually tight, when it's not a budgeting exercise but a real squeeze, you don't need 40 things in that cart. You need 8. 8 plain foods that do almost all the work of feeding a house. And they're sitting on the cheapest shelves in the building because nobody makes money teaching you about them. I've lived on these 8 during the lean years, and today I'm walking you through everyone, in order. And the last one is the one that changes your whole bill. Let's go. Number 8, dried beans. A bag of pinto or black beans runs about $1.50, and it turns into 6 or 7 cups cooked. That's pennies a serving for real protein. I know the bag looks like a chore sitting there in the pantry. It's not. You put them in water before bed, you go to sleep, and in the morning you drain them and let them simmer while you do literally anything else. The pot does the work. You just have to remember it's there. Number 7, rice. The big plain bag, not the little microwave pouches, which run you 5 or 6 times as much per serving for the privilege of not owning a pot. $1 a pound, sometimes less, and it stretches everything it touches. A little meat and a lot of sauce over rice feeds twice as many people. Yesterday's leftovers over rice stop being leftovers and become dinner again. Number 6, eggs. Even on the weeks the price jumps and everybody's upset about it, eggs are still one of the cheapest complete proteins on Earth. 2 or 3 eggs is a real meal for a grown adult, and that's $1 dinner with actual protein in it. Stop thinking of eggs as a breakfast food. Scrambled eggs and toast is dinner. An egg over rice is dinner. And here's a small thing that'll save you money. That date on the carton is a sell-by, not a drop-dead. Drop an egg in a bowl of water. Sinks flat, it's fresh. Stands up, use it soon. Floats, it's done. Your grandmother didn't need a printed date, and neither do you. Number 5, a whole chicken. Not the boneless, skinless breasts running $4 or $5 a pound because someone else did 30 seconds of work with a knife and charged you like a surgeon. The whole bird, often under $2 a pound, gets you 3 dinners if you do it right. Roast it Sunday, that's dinner 1. Pick every scrap of meat off the carcass after, and that bowl of meat is sandwiches or a skillet dinner tomorrow. Then, and this is the step almost everybody skips, the bones go in a pot with water and whatever's wilting in your crisper. Let it barely bubble for a few hours. That's broth, real broth. The kind they charge you $6 a carton for at the store, and what you're paying for is water that remembers a chicken. You were about to throw that part in the trash. Number 4, potatoes. The 10-pound bag, not the loose ones, puts you around 50 cents a pound. Go find me one other thing in that store at 50 cents a pound. You won't. A potato is a complete side dish that arrives in its own wrapper. Baked, mashed, roasted, dropped straight into soup. Keep them somewhere cool and dark, not the fridge, and keep them away from your onions, because sitting together, they spoil each other faster. Separate baskets. That one habit alone will save you a bag a month. Number 3, cabbage. Nobody gets excited about cabbage, and that's exactly why it's underpriced. A head runs $1 or $2, weighs several pounds, and holds in your fridge for weeks while a bag of salad mix turns to slime by Thursday. Every time you've thrown out a soggy bag of spring mix, and everyone has, you didn't buy salad. You rented it for 4 days. Fry cabbage in a little butter, and it goes sweet. Shred it raw with vinegar and a pinch of sugar, and it's slaw. Drop it in soup, and it disappears into the broth and makes the whole pot bigger. It's not going to replace a summer tomato. It doesn't have to. It just has to hold the line the other 11 months. Number 2, old-fashioned oats. The plain canister, not the little flavored packets with a picture of 4 berries on the front and none of them actually inside. You're paying triple for the cardboard on those. A bowl of real oatmeal costs you pennies, and it fills you up slow, which matters when lunch is a long way off. But oats aren't only breakfast. A handful mixed into ground meat with an egg stretches a pound of meatloaf into a pound and a half, and nobody at the table will know unless you tell them. That's not a trick I invented. That's the meatloaf your grandmother made, the one everybody remembers so fondly, and there was a reason it fed 6 people. And now, number 1. The single biggest thing on this list, and it isn't even food. Salt and a handful of basic spices. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, chili powder, a little cumin and cinnamon. You might be thinking, that's not a grocery, that's a spice rack. But here's why it earns the top spot. Every one of the 7 foods before this is only cheap if you'll actually eat it happily, and bland food is exactly what makes people give up on cooking. Bland beans, bland rice, bland chicken. That's what sends you back through a drive-through window, or reaching for a jarred sauce with somebody's grandmother painted on the label. Not your grandmother. A jar of taco seasoning is salt and chili powder and cumin for $1.50, and it seasons 1 single pound of meat. The same spices bought plain season a year of meals. Flavor is the cheapest ingredient in that whole building, and it's the one thing nobody's advertising to you, because there's no markup in a shaker of garlic powder. So, that's your 8. Beans, rice, eggs, a whole chicken, potatoes, cabbage, oats, and the spices that make all 7 of them worth eating. Put those in a cart, and you can build a different dinner every night for 2 weeks. And in most places, that whole haul runs somewhere around $40 to $50. Not $180, not even close. Now let's talk honestly about why your cart doesn't already look like this.